This message is for Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Rising. All can apply. It's a pretty powerful message, especially if you've been struggling with boundaries with yourself or other people. You should especially listen to this. The first card that I pulled was the Garlic Dragon, which is about boundaries. So this is either you're crossing your own boundaries by being with people that don't have boundaries with you, or you are having boundary issues with somebody else. There may be a situation where boundaries were crossed, and it's time to think about, all that. And the boundaries get brought up a million times in this reading. It's insane. The first two cards I got was the Ten of Cups and the Six of Wands. So this is emotionally being content, feeling really good with your love life, with your family life, with the people around you, your friends, everybody. Feeling really amazing, but something happened that was unsuccessful with this situation. So you started to feel lack of recognition. You started to feel like things aren't working in your favor, things aren't going the way they should. It just felt unsuccessful all in all. I then clarified that with the Empress card, which would tell me that you kind of had to push yourself to provide that for yourself instead of having those people or situations around that filled your heart that were unsuccessful. You just ended up relying on yourself. And it kind of caused you to have some new beginnings, and it was a slow process, but it's like you had to relearn everything in your life, or relearn things about yourself, relearn. It was a new outlook you kind of had to make yourself see. The present card I got was the Nine of Pentacles. So this means things are right now feeling stable, but I think you're having to make it feel stable. I think you're really having to push yourself to make it feel stable. The Hermit card also came out with the Chariot, so that would tell me that you are either learning new things about situations, about people, or learning new things about yourself, and you've had to really take control to cause yourself to feel in this stable environment. You're pretty much pushing yourself to your limit. And hopefully you're not crossing boundaries doing that, because it warns about that. You're kind of stepping into your own power. You're stepping into your own self. You are starting to be honest and truthful with yourself, and using that strength inside of you, that inner willpower, to really push yourself through this. Push yourself through these maybe boundary pushing moments, or just push yourself through your life right now. But yeah, the obstacle cards I got was the Hermit. So this is, even though right now you're really trying to look inside and look at other people, you're having so many issues with that. And I feel like you're missing so many opportunities and investments and other things in your life, maybe even financially, maybe not just investments in other people, but you're missing out on it because you're having a hard time even looking at yourself. Or the boundaries that other people have crossed that you just are not caring about. Your defenses are really high with all the situations. And once again, Six of Swords usually means moving on and going into better areas in your life and clearer way of thinking. But in this deck specifically, it talks about boundaries once again. So this would just clarify the whole boundaries of this situation. Something's being crossed very bad, or someone crossed you very bad in that way, or you're crossing someone's boundaries very bad in that way. But I also got the Two of Wands. So this is choosing a path, but this is also about unity. And I get from the image of this card that you're having a hard time connecting the dots. Like, I feel like these two wands right here want to connect, but they can't. And they are, it almost reminds me of like two magnets that you would have on the opposite sides, and they just won't connect. Something's not connecting, and I think it's, possibly do that. The Help came out with the Devil card twice, which the Devil card specifically talks about boundaries. So something inside of you that's not connecting is chaining you to these bad boundaries with yourself and with another person, with other people around. And what would help is honestly focusing on, I feel like this isn't the unity of two people, which if you have somebody, then open your heart up to that and don't pay attention and try to work on the boundaries of the situation. That would tell me that. But I also feel like this is saying that it's another connection, like the unity card over there with the magnets and stuff. It reminds me of that. But it's a connection in yourself, loving yourself, giving yourself that love that you need. You got the Hermit card in here so many times, and that's looking inside. So this would tell me you really need to love yourself, fill your cup, and make sure your boundaries are set and your intentions are set. I also see letting go of this situation, whatever this is, or the letting go of old mindsets and stepping into better ones. I see that a lot. And I also see giving yourself that rest, maybe even meditation could be very grounding for you, or just any sort of emotional rest, mental rest especially. It's time to just relax and focus on loving yourself is what I'm really getting from this. The Ace of Cups came out in the possible outcome with the Lovers card. So I think if this is about love and you're trying to fix a situation with boundaries and stuff like that, I see after that you kind of sort that out in yourself, that I do see a new beginning with a beautiful connection as well. I mean, with these two cards paired, this would say like almost a new soulmate coming in for you. Maybe even a new, could be almost a twin flame, you know. It could be somebody that's very amazing for you. I see them coming in and stepping in, and I don't know if it's somebody that you've met before, but this is a newness. It's like you've pushed yourself to this limit, and now there's something new coming in for you. If it's not a relationship, then I would say you make new beginnings in love when it comes to choices with the type of people you be with. You choose wisely when it comes to new people. It doesn't have to be love even. I mean, love, it is love, but friendships, I mean, as well. You choose wisely. And you make sure those new beginnings are, you know, flourishing. The World also came out, which is, I mean, you could possibly be traveling in soon, and then you meet this person. Yeah, definitely, because the Six of Swords is also a travel card. So you could definitely be traveling and then meet this person. Or it could go another way of you just start new. Your cycle's over after you these three cards together really scream like soulmate coming in. So if that's something that you've been wondering about, I see that for sure. But I also see just a whole new cycle ending, and one beginning again. So I see you moving into clearer waters, better mindsets, better situations. Because there's a storm in there, and I just feel like the storm is almost over. So whatever that means to you. And I see a lot, once again, new beginnings and taking risks. Jumping on opportunities that you wouldn't usually jump on would be is something that I see. Definitely. Because I think that leads you to a lot of good things as well. Because that also got the, you know, the timing card. But this is also the good karma card, good luck card. So I see that in there for you too. It's a good outcome. Yep, and then on the bottom of these decks, I got happiness and harmony, which is actually the Sun card, and the Temperance. That's balancing out your emotions and balancing out situations in your life. That also reminds me of boundaries and stuff, just meshing it all together and figuring it out. And it leads you to just the ultimate happiness that you could be. I mean, happier than you ever could be. And then I also, at the bottom of the dragon deck, got the Tomato Dragon, which is about shining. So that's letting your true color shine and being your true self. So always do that. Always do that. And yeah, and then the potato, which is relying on support, having a support system and making sure they're around to see that shine in you, that you want to glow, and you will glow. Okay, the cards I got for zodiac signs, don't pay too much attention, but if it resonates, that's good. Capricorn is a big one in here. Cancer, of course. Leo and Virgo is another one that's really big in here. Gemini. And yeah, I want to say Aquarius as well. Oh, Sagittarius. Okay. You guys have a wonderful day, and I hope this helped some of you. Goodbye.